Welcome back, boys and girls. On today's episode, we're going to continue with the console restoration. This is the last piece that hasn't been touched, so I'm going to put this in the electrolysis tank and get the paint and the rest of the rust off. And also just doing some evaluations on the last couple pieces here, which is there's a couple tabs that won't be seen and they have some pitted rust in it. And I'm considering cutting that out and replacing that with new metal. Also on one piece that I've already done, it looks like I'm going to make a bigger piece of metal, a bigger cut in here, and replace again some more sheet metal. This episode is brought to you by Snap-on Tools. Before I had Snap-on Tools, I have seen projects that will turn you white. No offense. Before we get started though, I have to tell you, I was just at Tractor Supply Company and a homeless man walked up to me and said, "I haven't eaten in 2 days." I said, "You should force yourself." All right, I was gonna make a template out of this thing here, which is just a diagram, but it looks like this is peeling off. I might be able to use this vinyl itself as a template when I get the new stuff. Anyway, let me see if I can get this off of here in one piece. Oops, starting to break. Whoop-whoop. We'll get a heat gun. That didn't come off in one piece like I had hoped, but it did come off. I drilled the rivets off this plate that was on it and removed that along with the ring and a couple other rivets. And unfortunately, I can't fit this in my electrolysis tank, so I'm just gonna have to grind this straight. It's gonna take a little bit more work. We'll get that looking shiny new. That black stuff is really gooky under whatever that adhesive was. And it's kind of hard to grind through it. So I tried scraping and other stuff. And what is really working well is this goof off. So we can get this down to shiny metal. Okay, got some shiny metal. Just got to get something to get in these corners where the grinder couldn't get to. And on the back, I've got to figure out how to figure out an electrolysis tank, that is, because the front part is pristine and the back part is pitted, so I want to get that in the tank, but my tank is too small, so I have to come up with something else. Wish me luck. Well, here's that one piece I talked about. I had replaced that little piece of a hole that had rust in it. But just looking at it, I want it to be kind of nice up here too. The top of that's a little ragged. So I'm going to cut back into this good metal, cut across here, and replace that. And the tabs I talked about, here's a close-up of those. Those are kind of nasty as well, as far as it's been eaten off of there. So I'm going to cut that tab off, and replace it, and cut this one off. Now, the thing is I don't have a real good tab, but I can kind of see from this side what the shape should be. So I'll just kind of use this as a template, marry it on that side, and get the holes cut in it and weld that on there. Ordinary tools just don't work. But Snap-on tools work the first time, every time. Snap-on. Well, it looks like I got lucky on this. The part here on this edge right there has the exact same angle. And this piece that I cut for scrap earlier looks like it's going to fit right in there. So basically I'm going to cut this baby out, make sure it fits up nice, then cut the tab off and weld it on. Well, it took a while, but I've got the little tab piece made up here. Now I just need to make a cardboard template so I know exactly where it goes, and then cut it and weld it in. Also, I got the other one made for this tab, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I got the tabs on and tack welded. I'll put a couple more little tacks in there and start grounding out. But this is prior to the grinding and sanding. And notice how I put an F on there, because sometimes I screw up and flip things the wrong way, but that's how I keep track of it. Also, the cardboard templates keep everything. What I do is I just keep the hole, if it shows high or low, I keep grinding before I weld it until it slides right down into the slot, and this marries up on the edge, and then I tack it in and do the grinding. The other piece, I cut out the bad metal, drill the hole, and now I've tacked that in there. And once again, I'll show you what it looks like after it's ground and sanded. Once again, I'm very pleased at how that piece went on there. This is after it's welded, sanded, and ground down. Not quite perfecto, but really nice. The metal looks great. Once again, I'm going to fill a lot of the pitted metal once I treat it with some body filler. And I'm very happy at how the tabs came out. They look great. Once again, just a little bit of body filler. Whoa. That one needs to be welded again. Well, boys and girls, after further review, that weld there looked good and it was sanded down nicely, but it wasn't strong at all. So I went back, actually threw a bead behind here and ground that down. This is a little thicker metal than normal sheet metal, so I could lay beads. So once again, I laid a bead back here. So now it looks good up front and it's strong. So I'm glad I looked at that. This is what I found for the electrolysis. I took one of my big trash cans and fill that up, and it fits it, and it looks like it might be derusting it. Pull it out of here. I've had it in there overnight. We'll see how well it did. Well, there she is. Not too bad. Looks pretty good. I got to figure out how to get into these little cracks and crevices here and get the rest of this out, but nice smooth. It's pitted, but it's smooth and clean, rust-free right now, metal. Well guys, thank you very much for watching. We'll have more on this tractor later. I get thousands of letters a week from my loyal viewers, and I'd like to share a couple of those with you right now. Wait a minute, my producer's telling me we have somebody on the line. Beverly Hills, California. Go ahead, you're on the air.
Hi, Taster 1963. I'm a super hot foxy chick, and me and my super hot girlfriends want to know, are you a male model?
Well, Heather, you definitely sound like a super hot foxy chick. And I'll tell you, I get asked that question thousands of times a day. But the answer is no, I am not a male model. I just look like one. That's all the time we have. Van, take us out.